the phone with us is the very lovely Gail Zappa.
Yes.
We all know that Frank Zappa.
Pleasure of meeting you.
Yeah, I've never met Gail face to face, but we've talked on the phone a few times. Gail, of course, the wife of the late Frank Zappa, mother of Moon
and Dweezil and
Ahmet
and Diva.
And Diva.
We don't like to talk about Diva. I like to keep her out of it.
Good morning.
Good morning, Gail.
Have you ever considered that having so many sponsors is a plot to keep you off the air, Howard?
You're sounding more and more like Frank every day.
It's a conspiracy.
It is a conspiracy. I apologize for the long commercial break, Gail, but I'm so successful now that
it's fabulous. I love you, Howard.
sponsors are killing themselves to get on the show.
They're stumbling over each other to get on the air.
Gail, we're of course all saddened by Frank's death, but Frank was suffering a long time with prostate cancer. And I said to Robin that I thought it was just so tremendous that Frank got on the phone with me shortly. I don't know, what was it, a couple of months ago?
Yes, I think it when was Moon's show, yeah?
Yeah.
Moon was on your television show.
And I was glad I got to talk to him off the air as well. I spoke to him for a bit of time.
Oh, yes.
And it really thrilled me that Frank would be a fan of the old Channel 9 TV show.
Oh, my God, he loved that show. Are you kidding?
I know.
He watched it religiously.
I mean, he's
he's not that religious.
Yeah, Frank was not religious except when it came to our show.
He was religious about that.
Yeah, Frank actually said to me, I'm going to meet with Rhino Records. I want them to put those old shows out on video. I said, Frank, don't even bother. I said, there's enough people who want to put it out on video. It's just that I've got to come to some kind of agreement with Channel 9. But it was real nice. He was real complimentary and stuff. Did he ever get my copy of Buck Bongo Fiesta?
Yes, he did.
Did he get to watch it before he went?
I wish I could say that he did.
What? Frank did not watch Buck Bongo Fiesta?
Oh, he was so ill, Howard. I'm sorry.
If he just could have put the 3D glasses on him,
I know.
he would have been so happy, I'm telling you. Who knows? I tell you something, it would have given him a whole new lease on life. I'm not kidding.
You know, they say that laughter is cure.
It would have been a cure.
Do you think that would have done it?
I think it could have kept him around for another
You
year.
should have tried
or two.
everything, Gail.
So,
yeah, we did try everything, but I missed out on that one, damn it.
I know. Now, how is everybody doing over there? I mean, this is a great loss. I mean, you all depended on Frank. He's a great guy, right?
Yeah, he's a great guy, and I lost my best friend.
Oh.
I know.
I've appointed Beverly D'Angelo as my new best friend.
Is that right?
Oh, so you already have a new best friend, so it's not that sad.
How quickly they forget.
Well, hey, listen, Gail's got to get on with her life.
So long.
Gail, let me tell you something. You're still young. You're still beautiful. You have to get on with your life.
Do you think you'll marry again?
Do I think I'll marry again?
She's engaged, Robin. What kind of question is that? Of course she's going to marry again.
I already got a proposal.
She already has a boyfriend. She's a very beautiful woman.
Aren't people opportunists?
Listen, she's got to go on with her life. She has needs. You have needs, right, Gail?
I do have needs.
Absolutely, baby.
We all have needs.
Yeah.
It's very tough, you know, those
But I wanted to thank you
months.
guys. I wanted to thank you guys for remembering Frank and even your hideous jokes. I heard about your hideous jokes the third day out, Howard.
Did I really have hideous jokes?
Yeah.
What did I say? I don't even know.
I don't know. It was reported to me, and I don't think I
No, we were rejoicing. We were rejoicing in Frank's sense of humor.
Yeah, I know. You should do that. Everybody should do that.
And then we sang a tribute song to him, but
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh, maybe that was it.
all I know is Gary's mother called up crying.
About the tribute song?
About the song. She thought it was beautiful.
Really?
Yeah, so what do I know?
You know, it hits everybody differently.
It sure does.
It does, and I've noticed that all the reviewers out there are having a wonderful time reviewing his life as though he was a CD release.
I know.
Pretty disgusting.
Yeah, they're almost making it seem like he was Weird Al Yankovic or something. You know what I mean? Like he had just like a novelty record or something.
They come up with all the funny.
Or that his life was.
Yeah, it was weird, but I'll really miss Frank because Frank was so much fun. I mean, when Frank would come on the show, the couple of times he actually came on live, and there were a few times he'd come on over the telephone, I was thoroughly entertained by him. And it had nothing to do with his music. It was just so great to hear his philosophies and stuff. And that's what I'm going to miss most about your husband. Because
He always had an interesting take on life.
the most bizarre take on life. And I appreciate people like that. I appreciate that they're around.
It was very creative. You knew that there was a mind working there.
I appreciate when there's someone on the planet who can sit there and come up with just ideas that no one else could possibly dream up. And having Frank Zappa around was just a lot of fun for me. I sure enjoyed meeting him, and I'm always going to remember him.
Well, thank you, Howard. You know, I want to also say that he was one of the kindest people in the universe. Surprisingly, that may shock your listeners.
Why? That doesn't shock me.
But he's really was.
He raised a lot of good kids. Did that have to do with you, or did Frank actually partake
Did
in
he
that?
take any
I like
hand
to
in that
give
at
them
all?
the credit. Of course he did. I mean, we were there, you know.
I
but-
picture
but I
Frank
have
just
to
working
give
all the
them
time.
credit.
And what did Frank do all the time? He was working right up until the end, wasn't he?
Yes, in fact, there's a few other pieces of music that he completed. He got to record the works of Edgar Varese, who was his favorite composer, so he produced the record and he completed that, and that was actually the last project. And he also finished a piece called Civilization Phase 3, which I think is really his masterwork, and so that's finished. So.
Gail, is this a commercial for the new
No,
record?
it's not a commercial, because actually, you know what? The reason why I mentioned Beverly is because she's sitting here, Howard. And I
Oh,
thought,
Beverly's there?
Beverly's there.
yeah, and
Well, she's a piece of ass, isn't she?
well, you know, I don't know anything about her being a piece of ass, Howard, but I was going to mention that she did say that topic comes up every time she talks to you.
Oh, yeah. How are her breasts?
She
Are
said,
they...
now, don't let him say or do anything
What?
that will compromise you. You know, like he told me once on the air that he was. Can I say this?
Yes.
That he was fucking.
Oh, whoa, no, that you can't say. Can't say that. You sound like Ellen Fruchtman. All right, listen to me. Gail, you're obviously delirious from the loss of Frank
Yeah, I'm
Zappa.
delirious.
And you're
You know
using the F word on the air.
I'm sorry.
You are delirious.
How can you say that I can't say that?
Don't say that
told me
word.
I
Well, Frank had you thinking you lived in a different country.
Yeah,
This is
Frank.
your problem.
You know what was weird when Frank became like the president of Czechoslovakia for a while? That was weird too. Wasn't that great? Like all of a sudden I turned on the TV, Czechoslovakia's free, and Frank Zappa's sitting there with the prime minister.
Frank is in the cabinet.
And he's in charge of all the culture in Czechoslovakia, and he's screaming about there should be no McDonald's in
I would have
Czechoslovakia.
understood culture. He was in charge of trade.
He was in charge of trade, and all of a sudden, anyone who wanted to trade with Czechoslovakia had to deal with Frank Zappa. The world had gone mad.
It wasn't perfect.
How the hell did he weasel his way into that?
Well, that's a long story, Howard.
So now, Gail, what's going to happen with you? You okay financially?
I don't know. I guess so.
I mean, you've got.
No, we're not. I have to say we didn't have insurance. Isn't it ridiculous?
Oh, stop it.
Yeah, but Frank had a.
No, but we're okay.
Yeah, Frank was a wealthy
We're
man,
okay.
and I mean, you and him ran a business together, right?
Yes, we did, and the business is thriving, of course.
Right.
And I mean, it has for several years.
Why the quick burial, though? I mean, it's literally in
We
one day.
wanted to avoid the press, and we wanted to keep it private. And you know, the minute that you file the death certificate, which you have to do in order to get the burial permit, it's picked up by the press. So they were very kind to us, and they kept the certificate there with us with the mortuary on the phone until we actually got there, and then they filed it so we could bury him like right away.
And Frank.
that's what he wanted anyway.
But Frank died at home.
Yes, he did.
He did.
Yes, he did.
Were you with him?
Yes, we were, all of us.
The whole family.
We were all together.
You knew that he was going,
Yeah.
and he said, "Call everyone in."
No, we just did it. We all knew.
Was he awake?
Was he aware?
Yes, he was. He was.
That had to be intense because this has been going on for years. I mean, and the moment came, it had to be like the.
It's a long moment, Howard.
I don't know that I could deal with that.
I don't think
It's
so.
a very long
I don't think
moment.
I do
It's not
it.
just a flash.
Yeah.
Were Frank's last words Howard's pay-per-view special? Everyone should order it.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
Howard.
that's
you weren't.
disgusting.
It's not disgusting. Frank would have said that.
Howard, it's very kind of you to ask me that.
Well, you never know. That would be a great if that got in the
But
papers.
did Frank have last words? I mean, was there
Did
something?
Frank have a message or anything?
It was
So-
for us, not for you guys.
Did he say "I love you" and that's it, or did he give any wisdom or?
Well, I'm sure he has last words, and you'll be hearing from them. You'll be hearing them soon. I'm sure. You know, there's other things that he had to say which will be revealed.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I thought Frank was the greatest.
So, do you want to say hi to Beverly?
Does she want to say hi to me?
Yes, she does. I'm going to put her on.
Are you
phone.
going to date, Gail?
Am I going to date?
Yeah.
Well, that's why she's getting off the phone.
I don't.
Are you getting off the phone now to go date? Is that true?
Yeah, I was thinking about a dating service, Howard.
You're not dating Beverly, are you?
I knew you were going to say that, Howard.
Gail, you've never had a lesbian experience, have you?
No.
Would you consider lesbianism with Beverly D'Angelo, the great
I would not
actress?
consider lesbianism with Beverly D'Angelo.
If I was a woman, I would. What are you going to do? You're going to date? Because I'm ready to date.
I
You've
would
gotten
never
over
date a
Frank.
married man.
I'm over Frank's death now. I'm ready to date. No, seriously, there's going to be a mourning period, and then you will have to start dating.
I will. Is it, you mean in the
It's mandatory.
To recur?
Well, you have your needs still, is what I'm saying. Is that true?
I'm sorry?
You still have your needs.
No, I don't need that. You'll see, Howard. You'll figure it out one day. Hopefully before your television show's over.
You hang out with me, you won't have needs anymore.
He knows how to cure it.
One look at me and you'll be sick.
Okay, well, I'm going to put Beth on the phone.
You better.
Bye.
You better before I blow it.
Bye, Gail.
Bye, Gail.
Thanks.
Good luck with everything. Stay in touch with us.
Hello?
Hi, Beverly, baby.
Hello, Howard.
Haven't heard from you in a long time.
What are you avoiding me for, huh? I've been calling you.
I think that Gail is really wonderful to respond to you guys asking her to call in.
Isn't she great?
She's the best.
Are you consoling her?
We're very, very close friends, and we're hanging out.
What are you wearing right now for the
While you're
morning?
hanging.
Well,
What are you girls wearing while you're hanging?
well,
Hey, you know what you ought to do? Take Gail's
we're
head.
both wearing scuba gear, actually, now that you've asked.
Hey, I miss you, baby.
I miss you, too.
No
I
point in
wanted-
avoiding me. Hey, you know, I might be casting for a movie very soon.
Okay.
Or a late night talk show.
Oh, no. Let's not say anything.
But I wanted to thank you for
I'll tell you something.
reaching out to Gail and also for all the great things that you
I happen to know Dweezil and Moon Unit, and I really like them a lot. I think they're great kids. Frank was
They're brilliant kids.
Frank was fantastic to me every time I met him. We
Yeah.
really had a great meeting of the minds. And Gail, the couple of times I've spoken with her, is a lovely woman. If there's anything I can do to console Gail or yourself, I would be available.
Okay.
And I mean that.
All right.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Under all of the other stuff.
Okay.
And through all the sexual tension and everything else. let me say goodbye to Gail.
All right.
All right, get off the phone.
Hello.
All right, Gail. Listen, I'm going to hang up now. I'll repeat this what I said to Beverly. I was a big fan of Frank. I loved Frank, and I happen to like your kids a lot. And you know I'm there for you.
Thanks, Howard. You know, we're all fans of yours, too.
All right? And believe me,
We're here for you, Howard.
and believe me, Beverly's there just trying to get on my show. So next time, call when she's not around.
Okay. Bye, Howard.
All right, Gail, I'll see you. And
Come and have dinner with us when you're in L.A.
when you say us, you mean just me and you? Or what exactly?
Me, you, and Beverly.
Me, you, and Beverly? What exactly are you saying?
And Beverly wants you to wear the fart man out.
She just might get that. You tell her I'll give her a good blast right in her face.
Okay.
All right?
See you guys later.
Does Beverly want to dance at the book signing?
Oh, stop.
All right. I'll see you later, Gail.
Okay,
Bye, Gail.
Bye-bye. Gail Zappa, everybody. Checking in. Very emotional phone call.
For me it was. Wondering every moment, is he stepping up now?
Very emotional phone call.
Oh, dear.
Let's go. This is Tom Brady. Join me